A 7-month-old child fighting for its life tonight after being shot by their 4-year-old brother. Tonight, there are mixed feelings, though, over who should be held responsible. Let's send it right over to Fox 44's Nohely Mendoza. Live in the control room, police calling this an accident, Nohely, but not everyone feels the same way.
Robert, I spoke to a gun range owner who says someone should be held responsible for the shooting. Meantime, the next door neighbor says that she's defending the parents of the children. Marta Guillen lives just next door to where the shooting happened. She says she's still in disbelief that a 7-month-old was shot just a few feet away. Marta knows her next door neighbors well and calls this a tragic accident. She says the gun must have not been stored properly and that children are very curious, sometimes putting their hands where they don't belong or opening doors they shouldn't.
You own a firearm, you're responsible for that.
Brent Martin with Hawkeye Shooting Academy in Temple says there's no excuse for what happened.
It shouldn't be left laying around.
Police are still investigating how the 4-year-old child got a hold of the weapon, but Martin says one thing is for sure.
Well, the owner of the firearm was negligent, and in my opinion, it should be held responsible for that, because it's just unacceptable to leave a gun laying around for a 4-year-old to be able to get a hold of it. It's just ridiculous. That if you can't be responsible enough to keep a 4-year-old from getting a hold of it, then you don't really need a firearm.
He says the best way to keep it out of a child's hands is keeping it in a safe, and if nothing else, a trigger lock.
That are not used for self-defense, be locked up at all times.
Under the Youth Handgun Safety Act, whoever the gun belonged to could be held criminally liable.
When one firearm owner does something irresponsible or with their gun, then it affects everybody. It puts us all in a bad light.
Now, as of right now, the baby is under critical condition, and the 4-year-old child is in Child Protective Services. The investigation is ongoing. Live in the control room, Nohely Mendoza, Fox 44 News.